His first, just your thoughts on Darlington's call-up.
Yeah, it's really exciting. You know, it's something we've all been looking forward to. Him, you know, people that know him. So I think it's great for him, and it's exciting. But we got a game coming up here Sunday, so the most important thing is to focus on that game, and then after the game, after the win, hopefully, then he's off with them, and then he's back for our next series.
You two have quite a history together. You go way back. How do you feel about him, just personally, about how this worked out?
Well, I think it's something that we wanted to happen, and we knew he was good enough to, if he could get his citizenship sorted, that we felt he was good enough to get the opportunity, and you know, it's all played out the way we had hoped.
You kind of played it down, saying you didn't celebrate much or anything. You know, being the even-keeled guy that he is, what was his reaction? I mean, did he show some excitement that he's not letting on?
I think we all pretty much expected it to happen, you know, so I think that's probably why his excitement is a little bit muted, and I think the other reason is he's got a game coming up here Sunday, so it's, you know, that's where his focus is right now. The other side of it is just because you get called in doesn't mean you're going to stay in. So, you know, getting a call up to the national teams is exciting for him, certainly, to get his citizenship and then get the call up to have the opportunity. But it'll be way more excited if he gets in there and gets a cap and then stays in there and actually, you know, plays in a meaningful game. So I think that's the most important thing. Is the call-up's great, but then now he's got to go in there and do a good job. But we got to get through this game Sunday first, and I think that's 100% where his head's at right now.
How could being in the mix maybe expand his game more?
Well, I think anytime you get thrown into a new ocean, you know, with new fish, you know, you gotta raise your level, you know, and I think, you know, with new players and you know, new challenge, new competition, I think it'll raise his level and hopefully bring even more out of him. He hasn't been thrown in, like I said, a new ocean in a while. You know, I've seen him go from club player to college player to pro player, and every step he makes, he seems to rise to it and raise his level. So I'm real excited to see him take this next step and go to the next level to see, you know, what more is in the tank of Darlington Nagbe.
Not to overlook the other guys who've been called up, Will and Alvis. How do you balance that commitment to what you guys are trying to accomplish here this weekend?
Well, it's really easy right now. You don't have to balance anything. Focus is on Sunday, and no one's thinking about anything else but winning that game and getting to the next round. And then after that game's done, hopefully we're through. Then now they go with their national teams, and they built, obviously, this break-in. MLS built this break-in, so all we do is lose them for training. And then they're back here for the next series. So there's really not much to manage other than what we've been managing all year with these things. With international call-ups, it's no different.
Yep, kind of a final update on Diego Chara and Adam, how he's feeling?
Yeah, both are feeling good. You know, I won't obviously, I won't say if they're going to play or not, but they both were in full training today.
Looking at Vancouver, what are you expecting out of them in this one? Are you expecting a different look at all, or a different approach than what you saw at Providence Park?
I mean, I think the key in a second leg is adjustments. You know, looking at the last game and understanding, you know, what we need to do, but also maybe making a few adjustments in the game. And I know they'll look to make a few as well. But at this point, we don't want to change too much either, because we're in a good rhythm. We've not been beaten in the last 5. We've won the last 3 on the road, and we've won those 3 games on the road by being aggressive and you know, not really playing a reactive game. You know, when you look at the Columbus Crew, that win, when you look at RSL, that win, and when you look at LA Galaxy, that win, we won those 3 games by being aggressive and getting on the ball and attacking and threatening the opponent and pressing at the right times. We also won those games because we were organized and we were smart in managing our shape and our organization defensively. So it's no different. We'll have some little wrinkles. We showed guys a few things on film, some things we saw in the last game in the attack, a few little things that we're going to be looking to do. And we showed them some things that we felt they would look to do as well, things they were doing last game. I think they'll probably play Morales. It gives them a little bit more juice in the attack. They know they need to score and they need to win, and so they're going to want to put him in the game most likely. We don't know for sure, but I would suspect that they would want to put him in to help create a little bit more. He gives them a final passer. He gives them a little more creativity, and they similar to us have struggled to score goals at times in certain games. So he might be a key to unlocking their attack. So we're well aware of him, and if he's in, we'll need to keep an eye on him because he changes the game for him a little bit.
How do you feel about the away goals tiebreak? Not in this, not personally right now, but just as a way of doing the playoffs.
I think it's great. It's the way it's done. In Champions League, it's the way it's done in the world. It encourages the road team to attack. So I think it's a good way to determine in a tiebreaker situation who goes on. That's why we're going to go and score goals, right? We're going to go and we're going to look to score goals, and we're going to be aggressive, but we'll also be smart. We won't be reckless, and we know if we score the first goal, they need two, and we're unbeaten when we've scored the first goal. If they get the first goal, then all we need to do is level it, and if we level it, we're through. So we'll play to win. We'll play to score goals. We'll play aggressive. But we'll also be smart, knowing that if the game doesn't go the way we wanted it to go, that we can win with a 1-1 or 2-2 draw as well.
Does this have in some ways give the lower seed yourselves an advantage almost in the second game, the way it plays out, knowing what you said and what you need to do?
I think it's tough to say who has the advantage because they're at home. So them being at home, that's an advantage for them because they're at home. But with the way that we've played on the road, I'm not sure it's that big of an advantage because we've been very good on the road. We've won 14 games in the last 2 years, which is the most in the league on the road. In the last 3 games, we've been very good on the road against good teams. So, but it's still an advantage because they're at home. And then I think, because they didn't get the away goal, then we have an advantage because if we score, it almost becomes a goal and a half, basically. So if we score, we know they need to get 2 goals. So that gives us that extra half goal, which might come into play.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Take care.